Topic outline: Biodiversity, Ecosystem, Extinction. Characteristics of population. 1. Biodiversity. The variety of life found in a place on Earth, or, often, the total variety of life on Earth. Types of biodiversity. Functional diversity. The biological and chemical processes such as energy flow and matter recycling needed for the survival of species, communities, and ecosystems. Ecological diversity. The variety of terrestrial and aquatic ecosystems found in an area or on the Earth. Genetic diversity. The variety of genetic material within a species or a population. Species diversity. The number and abundance of species present in different communities. 2. Ecosystem. A community of living organisms in conjunction with the non-living components of their environment, things like air, water, and mineral soil, interacting as a system. These biotic and abiotic components are regarded as linked together through nutrient cycles and energy flows. Ecosystem stability refers to the capability of a natural system to apply self-regulating mechanisms so as to return to a steady state after an outside disturbance. 3. Extinction. 1. Biological extinction, entire species gone. 2. Local extinction, all members of a species in a specific area gone. 3. Endemic species, vulnerable to extinction. 4. Background extinction, speciation generally more rapid than extinction. 5. Mass extinction, Earth took millions of years to recover from previous mass extinctions. Balance between speciation and extinction determines biodiversity of Earth. Humans cause premature extinction of species. 4. Population. Population, group of individuals of a single species that occupy the same general area. Rely on same resources, influenced by the same biotic and abiotic factors, and high likelihood of interbreeding. Ecology, the study of the interaction between organisms and their environment. Oikos equals home, ology equals study of integrates all biological fields. Population ecology, the study of changes in population size and the factors that regulate it. Includes environmental influences on population density and distribution, age structure, and variations in population size. Characteristics of populations. 1. Size. 2. Density. 3. Dispersion. 4. Demographics. 5. Carrying capacity. 6. Population growth. 7. Limiting factor. 8. Life history pattern. 9. Survivorship curves. 1. Size. Number of individuals in an area. Characterized by n. 2. Density. Measurement of population per unit area or unit volume. N/area. Factors that affect density. 1. Immigration. 2. Emigration. 3. Density-dependent factors. 4. Density-independent factors. 1. Immigration. Movement of individuals into a population. Factors encouraging immigration. New environment made available. Natural disasters large and small. Competitive or predatory species goes extinct/moves away. Climate change or new resources. Hitchhiking, alien species. Less competition in new area. Dispersers able to orient toward preferred habitat from some distance. 2. Emigration. Movement of individuals out of a population. Emigration unfavorable factors. Excessive competition, mates or food. Lack of resources. Disease. Avoidance of inbreeding. 3. Density-dependent factors. Biotic factors in the environment that have an increasing effect as population size increases. Regulate population growth by affecting large proportion of population as population rises. Competition. Plants, light, nutrients, water. Animals, food, water, nesting/breeding sites. Increased predation. Increased transmission of disease. Toxic wastes, accumulation of waste in the environment. Stress. 4. Density-independent factors. Abiotic factors in the environment that affect populations regardless of their density. Habitat destruction. Natural disasters. Weather. Storms. Drought. Forest fires. Mudslides. Volcanoes. Tsunamis. Earthquakes. 3. Dispersion. The spacing among individuals within the population boundaries. Types of dispersion. Clumped. Uniform. Random. A. Clumped dispersion. Individuals aggregate in patches. Grouping may be result of the fact that multiple individuals can cooperate effectively, example wolf pack to attack prey or antelope to avoid predators, or because of resource dispersion, example mushrooms clumped on a rotting log. B. Uniform dispersion. Individuals are evenly distributed, usually influenced by social interactions such as territoriality. C. Random dispersion. Position of each individual is independent of other individuals, example plants established by wind-blown seeds. Uncommon pattern. 4. Demography. The statistical study of populations, make predictions about how a population will change. Death rates and birth rates are of particular interest to demographers. 5. Carrying capacity, K. The maximum population size that can be supported by the available resources with no degradation of the habitat. There can only be as many organisms as the environmental resources can support. Carrying capacity. Six. Population growth. The increase in the number of individuals in a population. Global human population growth amounts to around 83 million annually, or 1.1% per year. The global population has grown from 1 billion in 1800 to 7.6 billion in 2017. Organisms have enormous potential to increase their populations if not constrained by mortality. Growth rate. Results from processes that add and remove individuals. Growth, expansion of species populations may lead to evolution of new species. Decline, shrinking species populations may lead to extinction. Delta n equals plus b, plus I, minus d, minus e, b equals natality or births, birth rate. I equals immigrants, immigration rate. D equals mortality or deaths, death rate. E equals emigrants, emigration rate. For many most natural populations, I and E are minimal. Types of population growth. A. Exponential growth. B. Logistic growth. A. Exponential population growth. Describes population growth in an idealized, unlimited environment. Unlimited resources, absence of predation, and no disease. During EPG the rate of reproduction is at its maximum. The J-shaped curve of exponential growth is characteristic of some populations that are rebounding. B. Logistic population growth. In the logistic population growth model the per capita rate of increase declines as carrying capacity is approached. We construct the logistic model by starting with the exponential model, and adding an expression that reduces the per capita rate of increase. As n increases, real organisms have time lags for growth, time to develop eggs, flowers, etc. Logistic model produces a sigmoid, S-shaped, population growth curve. 7. Limiting factors. Any biotic or abiotic factor that restricts the existence of organisms in a specific environment. Example: amount of water, amount of food, and temperature. A. Biotic factors. 1. Competition among members, intraspecific, in food supply, water, space, energy, oil, mates, etc. 2. Health, increased spread of disease with increased pop density and accumulation of waste. 3. Predation. As the hare population increases, so does the lynx population, which will cause the hare population to decrease, and in turn the lynx population decreases, etc. 4. Physiological factors. High population induces stress syndrome, hormonal changes, sexual maturity delayed, reproductive organs shrink, depressed immune system. B. Abiotic factors. 1. Climate and weather. Example: aphids, insects that feed on phloem sap of plants. Exponential growth in spring. Rapid die-out in hot, dry summer. A few individuals survive and reproduce when conditions improve. 2. Fire, flood, etc. 8. Life history patterns. Is the sequence of events, related to survival and reproduction that occur from birth through death. General types of life history strategies. R strategy. K strategy. A. R. Strategy. Short lifespan. Small body size. Reproduce quickly. Have many young. Little parental care. Emphasizes a high growth rate. Inhabit variable environments. Example: cockroaches, weeds, bacteria. A. K. Strategy. Long lifespan. Large body size. Reproduce slowly. Have few young. Provides parental care. Inhabit stable environments. Maintains a population near carrying capacity, K, of environment. Example: humans, elephants. Comparison of R strategy and K strategy. Nine. Survivorship curves. Data in a life table can be represented graphically by a survival curve. Curve usually based on a standardized population of 1,000 individuals and the x-axis scale is logarithmic. Type 1, survivorship curves. Few offspring with good care, mammals, example humans, elephants. Death rate low until older ages. Mortality is greatest in old age. Type 2, survivorship curves. Intermediate, rodents, annual plants. Death rate constant. Death is usually a result of chance processes over which the organism has little control, example predation. Mortality is spread evenly across all ages. Type 3, survivorship curves. Many offspring with little care, marine invertebrates, long-lived plants, example: oyster. Initial death rate high, then low. Survival of young is dependent on luck. Larvae released into sea have only a small chance of settling on a suitable substrate. Once settled, however, prospects of survival are much better and a long life is possible. Mortality is greatest among the young.